So we've had a lot of YouTubers on.
Yeah.
None
Shit ones. Ones that people who just sit in their fucking rooms telling people, oh, look at me open all these packs.
There's nothing wrong with sitting on a chair and talking when you're making videos.
Right.
To be honest.
I mean, to be fair, at least when I do it, I don't rely on watching other people's videos to make the content. Well, actually, just started that. I can't say that anymore.
At least you don't
for the
rely
vast majority of the time.
You don't rely on some sort of shit character with some truisms applied to it, right?
No, I just started doing that as well.
Sorry.
Anyway,
Are you not
the point
characters?
is...
You're not characters.
No. This lad, Night Scape, Harry...
Hello.
Your videos...
Thank you very much for coming on,
Yeah.
man.
No worries,
for coming
definitely.
on, pal.
Thank you for having me.
Your
I appreciate
videos,
it big time.
more than anyone we've had on so far, make me say, what the actual fuck?
Yeah.
They're doing what they're supposed to then, definitely.
Death Wish, mate.
Yeah,
That's
well.
first word that comes to
That's
my
what you
head.
should have called yourself, not Night Scape.
Death Wish, yeah. That's a good idea, actually.
Might get trademarked for the movie.
For any aspiring urbexes, Death Wish might not be taken. So
Yeah, Death Wish is actually really good.
And that
that's
is what
really
they
good.
call you, an urban... Is it
urban explorer,
Yeah.
or just photographer, adventurer, general
Urban Explorer sounds
life.
better, though.
Yeah, yeah. Urban
Slash-
Explorer is
What are
like-
you? I mean, if you go to say, like, your parents have got friends over for dinner and you come down, do you sort of go, photographer? And they go, oh, cool.
Yeah, like when I introduce myself to people, I start off just some photographer slash.
When you're trying to
blogger.
pull a lass and
Yeah.
that. It sort of sounds better though, doesn't it? And then when she sees you,
when it's with a girl, YouTuber definitely.
It does depend where you are, though, because like if you go to some place, if you're in East London, you go, yeah, I'm an urban explorer. People are like, you're homeless. But if you say it in West London, everyone's like, whoa, that's really cool. Yeah. Come down to our PR agency, have a chat.
Shoreditch,
Yeah.
like whoa.
Yeah.
whoa,
What's
urban
that?
explorer.
Yeah, cool.
Well, for me, I'm pretty fearless bloke. I was a deep sea diver. Like,
You were the opposite way.
I was going under the water.
Yeah,
But
you
there was
went down.
times where I've jumped off the sides of ships before where I'm hitting the water and there's a lot of meters before you hit the water, you know?
Yeah.
So you get a bit of... I used to just do it for a thrill sometimes, you know? But that's water underneath this. Safety, all right? You might get a few injuries, but I've got a dry suit on. I'll probably be all right.
He'll just put the bone back in.
When it's concrete underneath us, I don't have the same fearlessness, you know? So when I'm watching your fucking...
Imagine if you thought water and concrete were the same
No, but
thing.
It can be.
But
if you
what
hit
I'm
water
saying
hard
is,
enough, it can be
when I look
concrete,
over the side of a ship and there's water and there's a good few meters down before I jump, I don't have any feeling of, oh, fuck. But when I watch his videos and he's climbing the fucking Sidemen tower going, fuck me, this is hairy, isn't it?
Harry.
Even when I'm watching a video, I still get that like vertigo feeling. Like you make the videos, you put the fucking shits up people.
That's literally the whole point of the video. Everything I do, all the edit, everything, the shots that I get is all centered towards making the viewer go, oh.
Because
sit back and,
you said
like,
the
sway
thing that I
part.
noticed you did after watching a couple of them is you really make us feel like we're sort of with you.
Yeah. That's what
it's
I want,
almost
yeah.
like you're in the camera because the way you sort of pull it out your pocket and you're watching the whole journey to get to that place. You become part of that journey.
Yeah, definitely.
So when you look over the side, by that point, your brain's already thinking, "Oh, I'm here. I'm with him."
Yeah. That
Do you know what I
like
mean?
the whole point of the vlogs, especially, is to because 99% of the people don't get to do the kind of stuff that I do, climb whatever. So to be able to put someone in that perspective and like get them focused, like they're actually there. That's the whole point of the videos. Really, is like
I think
from my perspective and getting them involved, getting them in it.
That was part of it, though, wasn't it? Because I remember, I very rarely do you watch a YouTube video or you come across a new YouTuber and you're like, you sort of watch it and you're like, oh, fair enough, all right, I'll drop a subscribe on that maybe. But I remember I was Casey Neistat was pretty much coming towards the peak of his vlogging when you started your videos, right?
Yeah.
And I remember
think so.
I was watching everyone else's videos and being like, oh, this doesn't really impress me.
Yeah.
Everyone was doing drone stuff. Everyone was doing like the same sort of thing.
Same sort of
which is
stuff,
fine. And some people have learned to do that really, really well. And I remember your channel was probably one of the first channels I watched and went, yeah, I probably want to subscribe
Thank
to
you.
that. That's going to be really,
Appreciate
really
it.
good. Because it's something, it's very, very different. And it's also something where it's like,
definitely.
obviously we've all seen those videos on Instagram, like the Russian kids who just go and do
they're
really
mad, man.
crazy
Some of them
shit.
are ridiculous.
Like hanging off the side of a...
So I've not seen any. You are my only exposure because you did a football stadium. And that roped
West
in the
Ham.
football fan.
That
in
got
me in.
so many West Ham fans in, and all the the football niche.
That's what got me in.
Yeah, definitely.
But like, I just literally have this like, what the fuck? Like when I'm watching, it's mental.
It's hard to know where to start. Did you do this and then think I'll film it, or did you?
So
what was your timeline?
I started free running when I was 10.
Free running
is the sport.
It's not what you run, but you don't pay.
My first experience with free running was when I see it was on the James Bond film where they end up a crane and he's getting chased. Like that was my first experience.
Wait, he's a free runner, not a terrorist?
No. Wait, in the film,
is he a free runner or a terrorist?
In the film, I'm pretty sure he's a terrorist.
He's just a terrorist who happens to be very good at free running.
Right.
But they obviously the person who made the movie had seen free running and thought, how do we make this a part of the movie?
Yeah. So
it's basically running, and you just adapt to any obstacle in your way.
Free running is essentially using the urban environment to its best potential, jumping, vaulting, flipping, and just having fun.
How did you get into that?
So I've always done gymnastics from when I was like a baby. My mum always used to tell me like I was always upside down like on the couch and everything. And then from that they were like, okay, we got to get him, put his energy somewhere. So
fucking hell, he's hanging from the roof.
Literally.
Were you quite an energetic kid?
So energetic, man. Like I still like I can't stop fidgeting. I'm always like I always want to be doing something. So like from a kid, I was always in trouble at school, always just getting up to mischief, shenanigans, all that kind of stuff. And then so my mum was like, okay, we got to get him in something, put his energy in something. So they put me in gymnastics, and then I just absolutely loved it, man. Like just full throttle, went like mad till I was about 9, and then that was when they realised I was kind of at the age to like go for the Olympics for the 2012. So then they put me in an elite squad in East London, and did that cost quite a lot of money? Yes, 5 days a week training, man. And I was like 11. I was like 9, 11, like from 9 to 11. 5 days a week training. It's hard, man.
Did your mum pay for that? Did she?
Yeah. So my mum and dad, they worked out how to pay for it. They managed it, and then
that's good that they encourage you.
Yeah, because like they said they'll find a way. Like it's worth it, realistically.
And you're an only child, are you?
No, I've got a brother. He's 19. No, not 19. He's 23 years older than me. I don't actually know how old he is.
Skate night.
So is he like you as well? Or are you quite different to him?
So I started free running first, and then he got into it, and because I was so young, I couldn't really go out and train. So he and all his mates used to go out to London, train all the time. So they were like getting well better than me, and I was like jealous all the time. But yeah, so I started first, and my brother joined in, all his mates joined in, and then he doesn't train anymore, but he goes to uni and all that kind of stuff. So yeah.
So you went from this kid who potentially going to the Olympics.
Yeah.
And how did you follow that through, or did you get out of it?
So what it was, 4 days a week training, intense hours. I was just like, I got to the end of it. I was like, okay, I don't want to do this.
Exhausted.
Like, I'm such a person who doesn't like being told what to do. Like if someone especially when there's a coach like telling me exactly what to do, how to do it, I'm just like, I hate authority. It's just I don't want to do that.
Yeah, so, especially when you're heading towards your teenage years.
Yeah, definitely. And I was like, I told my mum like, okay, I don't want to do this anymore.
She was like, all that fucking money.
I'm having flashbacks of the KSI podcast already.
But yeah, no, she was like, no, she agreed with it. She knew like I wasn't happy, I wasn't motivated to do it anymore. So she said, okay, that's cool, don't worry about it. And then a few months later, I remember being in my living room with my brother watching a documentary called Jump Britain, and that was it's the second documentary, biggest documentary on free running, but the first one I'd saw. And I remember literally just sitting in my living room, me and my brother watching this, just like absolutely like, I can't believe this is a thing. Like people actually do this kind of stuff, and it's possible. And then I remember like that whole night, me and my brother like climbing around the house, like going up all the door frames, all that kind of stuff.
You were inspired by that?
Yeah. Like I remember the day. Like it was cool, man. And like literally 90% of free runners, you ask them how they got into free running, it's from this documentary. It's mad. So many free runners nowadays.
So at some point, you decided to combine photography / YouTube with that. Were you already trying to get into buildings and all of that, or did that idea kind of come through YouTube of how can I make this more entertaining?
So what it was because when like all the free runners, they want to film their stuff. So all my mates had DSLRs and like big cameras. So I was like, it's really interesting. So I got to learn about cameras through them without even owning a camera.
Because you all film each other, right?
Yeah. So we'd film each other, help each other, just make like training videos, all that kind of stuff. And then through that, I started holding cameras so much. I was like, okay, I need to get a camera. On Christmas, got my Christmas money, went to Curry's, bought a camera.
What did you buy? Do you remember what it was?
My first camera was a Sony SX40 PowerShot, which was like not even a DSLR.
Do you agree with that? Great.
Yeah, he said that's good.
After that, I got a Canon 600D.
Okay.
And that was like my first DSLR.
So we know the sort of level you're at, which is kind of like the entry level DSLR
so I literally
cameras.
started off at the bottom, like PowerShot, point and shoot, and then moved my way up. And I got the DSLR, and then what did I get off?
So did you instantly know I'm going to put this out on YouTube? At what point did that become an idea?
Wait, because you've almost got to separate out getting into buildings and free running, right? Because you climb things, but you also do free running. Yeah, and those are almost two separate disciplines.
They're definitely two separate things. Like the free running is like literally it's a discipline, it's a sport. Like I have to go out and train it, work on it, practice. Whereas the climbing sort of stuff is just like researching buildings, finding what I can. But so the photography that came in because I wanted to get the views, like the mad views of
when you get
London.
on the top of the place.
Yeah, not the YouTube views.
No, not the not the YouTube
Those are the kind of views.
Well, most people are. But I was like, okay, how can I get mad views for free? So me and my mates started searching around London, walking around, exploring like all the time. And then I remember the first one we did, we were in Barbican, and there was this building that was being renovated. It was like a 30-story skyscraper. And we were like, okay, fuck it, let's give it a go. Broke in, got up like a few stories of scaffolding, and then we saw like the security walking around us. We had to just keep quiet for like 10 minutes. He left, and then we went straight to the top. And I remember that was the first building I'd ever been on.
So this was before YouTube and everything?
Yeah, before YouTube, before, the start of my photography, really. Because I started off just doing photography. Like I did Instagram for like 2 years, just trying to get as many followers.
Yeah, you've got a good Instagram. Like.
Thank you,
probably
man,
one of the best out there.
Cheers,
man. A good one.
Night Scape. Yeah, cheers, man. I appreciate it.
So, what was that first time like? Was that because when you said I seen the security guard keep quiet? I can tell just by the way you're telling that story that it's vivid. Like
it's vivid, man.
Were you like? Was that a thrill? Was that the original thrill?
I remember that first time, that first roof we did with me and my two friends. It was like that was the moment, man. I was like, oh, I need to do this more. And like anyone will tell you, anyone that's done it, the first time you do it, man, you get addicted to it.
I can fucking see that,
because I used to be scared of heights. That's the maddest thing. So
fucking hell.
Yeah, I actually used to be scared of heights.
That's the most mental thing.
And like after I did that building, because that was just stairs all the way to the top, I tried to do a crane about 2 weeks later, and then I think I was like 15. I got halfway up, and because cranes are like open, I shit myself and came down, came straight back down. Yeah.
But you bottled it.
Yeah, bottled it completely. But and I think that's what it is. You just got to expose yourself to it.
So do you just talking about fears in general? Do you think a lot of people, if they did that themselves with any fear, say someone's got a fear of spiders or fear of rats or something, do you think that exposure, just you can conquer almost any fear by doing that?
I 100% believe you can get past any fear. Like from my personal experience, exposing yourself to it as much as you possibly can, getting out of your comfort zone, and because that's what it is, you get out of your comfort zone.
You're now comfortable about what you do, to be fair. Like.
Helps have a payoff though, doesn't it? Like the payoff for you is you get to the top, you get a great
the
view,
shots,
you get to take so your reward is sitting at the top of a building.
And the memories.
And there's only one way to get there.
Yeah, exactly. And
you're sharing that experience, like at the time, with your pals as well. So when you're all
definitely.
like high-fiving and that at the top.
Yeah, that's what it is, man. It's like priceless, like memories that I'll never forget, and you can't buy that kind of stuff because it's like I've had so many stories, man. Like funniest moments of my life that I'll never forget them. And
so you ended up putting this out on YouTube. Can you remember when that was the idea?
So I do remember it was because I was working at it was like a photography printing place where they just like I was their in-house videographer, and so I already had experience making videos, editing, all that kind of stuff.
Did you teach yourself to edit?
Yeah, completely self-taught.
Well, you're a very good editor.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Premiere Pro.
Damn right he does.
Of course.
Will and he sat at home right now.
Yeah.
Just can't figure
Come on,
out.
Will,
Mate.
get with it, man.
I just can't figure out how to use that thing.
Back to iMovie.
Yeah.
Even I know how to use Premiere Pro. That's
Mate,
how bad it is.
That's how easy it is.
For anyone that wants to know, shortcuts. Learn the shortcuts, and that will save you.
Poor Will. I just love his tweets every now and then, just moaning about how he's struggling with it.
I see him, man. I feel for you, Will.
Adobe's website is actually really good, though. Like, if you do need any, you just type. No, Adobe's website. No, God. willany.spotify.com. No, like you can, if you go to Adobe's website, pretty much whatever you need to know is all there.
YouTube
just
as
go on
well.
YouTube. There's just a lot of guys who are like, hey guys, welcome back to my fifth video.
I've watched so many of them. Man.
I'm going to take 12 minutes to tell you one thing now.
I used to have like proper slow internet as well, so I used to have to skip through them, find the bit.
And they love promoting themselves at the start as well. Spend a good 5 minutes telling you to subscribe before they actually get out to bloody...
I've had a long week this week, actually.
Turn on notifications. Don't
forget that.
So you'd learnt that through your job.
Yeah.
And you were thinking, at what point did YouTube become that idea?
So I was doing, because I still, during this time that I had my job, I was also, I'd leave work in my work clothes, my work like attire, and go climb buildings that night because I needed to keep my Instagram going, I needed to keep the photography going. Yeah. So I'd go to work, leave work, go climb some buildings, and then go home. So I was like, okay, I don't really want to do this fucking job anymore because like it's taking up I was full time all day. I was like, okay, don't want to do
real
this
jobs are shit, mate. I can vouch for that,
man. Like, I'm sorry for anyone that has
proper jobs are shit. I've had loads of proper jobs that shit.
Some real jobs are good jobs.
Some, I think, job satisfaction. Job satisfaction is a hard thing to achieve.
But like proper jobs like what you had and what I've had, where you're not working in the media, you're just grinding. It's boring.
Yeah, no, I've had all them kind of jobs,
especially if you're a thrill seeker like this.
Yeah,
cunt.
definitely.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. He's at the top of the stairs at work going, no, if only these stairs were higher.
Definitely, man, of course. How can I jump down these stairs?
So that the money side of things was obviously a factor as well.
Yeah, because like my whole family would be like, just get a job, what are you doing? Like, you're out here jumping on roofs and climbing stuff. Like.
Well, the one thing that made you an instant success on YouTube is like, for example, people like me who I've sort of been a slow burner. I've grinded and put out many, many videos, but your videos have that what the fuck feel to them that they're going to go viral. And I think the first one that went really, really viral was the West Ham.
Yeah, West Ham was...
which actually was probably the easiest climb of your life compared to some of them.
Easiest,
I'd say. I mean, I could have fucking walked in there.
Even he could see that.
Yeah, no, like...
That's the easiest time of your life right there. Easy. In you go.
I couldn't have because there was a bit where you walked in, but when you try to get on the roof, you had to squeeze through a really tiny hole. And I've squeezed into some small holes before, but not my whole body.
There's no videos of that.
Not yet. Not officially. On the iPhone, no, there isn't. If anyone's thinking of hacking us, it's not on there.
There's definitely some.
But that was the viral one. Security was pathetic, and you couldn't expose that, didn't you?
Well, I mean, what do you want? Like, what no one's expecting that.
When you went to Dortmund, they had fucking Rottweilers and fucking Alsatians and all sorts, mate.
I know, it was great.
The thing is, they've got like when we walked in, we completely went in expecting to be caught. We did not expect to be able to even get anywhere near the stadium because the whole when we were doing it, they were making it the West Ham Stadium, so the whole thing was like boarded off with gates, all that kind of stuff. So we thought, okay, we'll give it a try. Fuck it. We got in, and you can see like we're like hiding in the grass and all that kind of stuff. And then we realised after about half an hour of being in the stadium with all the cameras around us, like hundreds of cameras, all this kind of stuff, and no one was there. No one was there. So we're like, okay, we might as well just go for a stroll.
Imagine you had a football with you.
Mate. We did. Every time we do something like this, there's props that we should have bring and we never brought. Like we did the Star Wars set as well.
Really?
And we bought lightsabers for it and we didn't bring them, man. We forgot them. So we like football and lightsabers. We've forgotten.
Get the lightsabers out.
I thought you bought them. There's two things I always like to take with us just in case. It's a lightsaber and a football.
Yeah.
Wherever definitely. I go.
Sometimes I combine the two.
So you climb up to the top of the West Ham Stadium. You're all looking at each other. You must have known at that point, I've got something good here. Did you know how good it was, because I think it was like 4 million views almost.
It was on now,
it was on the news.
Yeah, it was everywhere.
It went everywhere,
literally.
And there was literally footage of you doing like flips on the pitch,
around the pitch,
on the news and shit. What was it like for you sitting at home? Because I remember there's videos when you were just like a lot smaller, and you're realizing, oh fuck, this is massive now.
Do you know what? Like every time I made, before it went massive, like every video I'd make, I would make it so it could potentially go massive, and I'd be prepared for it, because like I was properly like
hoping for that.
I was grinding on it as much as I could.
As we all are.
Yeah.
So waiting for my moment.
It's the problem with you is people think like King Kong 2 was being made on the side of a building. If you could do that, you should collaborate, and then he goes to the top.
If you get something out and fucking climb, no problem.
We should do it, man.
I've got strong arms, but the body weight might be an issue.
Maybe the top of like Heron Tower or something. Just you in London being like with a cocktail.
Right,
that'd be good.
Were you at home when it blew up? Were you?
Well, I was. So at the time, my most viewed video had 20k views.
Fuck me.
And I was
that's
like,
a jump and a half. That.
Yeah, I was like, okay, it's doing all right. I'm kind of happy with it, but obviously I want it to go much bigger. So then I uploaded that video, and then I went on a night out that night. And then
were you climbing or just?
No, I was just out
with mates
getting drunk. Oh. And then so I put that video up, went straight out, and then I remember looking at my phone, and I was like, 100k views.
How many drinks have I had?
Yeah. And I was like, wait, 100k views?
10k.
What?
Yeah.
And then I came home, and then I remember waking up the next day, it was on like 150k views. I was like, it's going to be the one, I think. And then, it just blew, like completely blew, all over the news, everywhere. Yeah.
And you were in the newspapers, weren't you, in that? What was that like for your family? Because I know you said your mum and dad had sort of been quite close to you.
They were, well, I don't know, like... They weren't really that fussed about it, to be honest. Like, we've had a lot of arguments and
were they kind of expecting this one day?
My mum definitely didn't. Like, I think my mum, because at the time, all my family wanted me to do was to stop messing about, like fuck off the YouTube and just get a job, like just do what a normal person should do. Yeah, my mum, like, I think me and my mum weren't actually talking about at the time, because I refused to do what she said and get a job. And then literally I remember coming home, we hadn't talked for like a day, and then I said to her, like, I've gone viral, and she didn't know what that meant, so she was like,
you've got what?
Yeah. She had no idea. And then like, it took a few days, and then she realised, okay, I've realised what you've been working on, what you've actually been doing. And then because I had my clothing out as well, so she thought that was just a load of BS as well.
Cheap plug there, get that out.
Yeah, man. Well, I'm not wearing them at the moment, but nightscape.bigcartel.com if you want to.
I'll be getting one of them at some point if they can fit us.
I've got XLs. I've got
double XL. We'll try.
Yeah, I'm gonna say
triple XL's the minimum.
No, it's a double XL.
Sure.
You're
of course
massive.
It's a double XL.
Yeah.
Because Spencer's sending us a hashtag shirt. Double XL. So
I'll see if I can get. I'll try and sort you guys out.
Cheers, dude.
What are you like?
A large, medium, large.
Cool.
Yeah,
Same as me, I think.
Yeah. We are roughly.
Yeah.
So it all kicks off. That's it. You've proven your point now. It's funny because
now quit and go back to your fucking job. All right. Jesus.
No, but it's funny because sort of, I don't know, 2-3 years ago, 4 years ago, it was when people were trying to make it on YouTube. They really had to get their parents. If their parents were supporting them through this job and keeping them at home, they had to like sort of just bear with us. It's going to work.
It's now, the hardest part.
It's changing a bit now because YouTube's becoming so popular that if someone goes, "I'm going to be a YouTuber," their mum and dad are like, "We've won the lottery."
Yeah. No, but it is I mean,
that's the parents that know. I think. Yeah.
Parents, no.
Yeah, no.
I don't
know how true that is. I don't know how true that is.
In retrospect, parents always go, "Yeah, we always have faith in them. Absolutely, I knew they were creative and talented." But at the time, everyone knows you, and they're like, "Oh, you fucking waster."
No, literally, that's how it was.
Yeah.
Like, I remember all my friends, all my family, like, are you gonna do anything? Like, are you gonna get a job? Are you actually gonna do something respectful? And I was like, well, I'm fucking doing it, man. The only thing I can do is prove you wrong. So I don't care. Think what you want of me, but I'm gonna do my thing.
And have you had any moments with those people where you said, "Fucking told you so"?
That's where you give them a t-shirt.
Yeah, definitely, for sure. Like,
can you name and shame them, or is there anyone?
Dad.
My dad was the most supportive, I'd say.
Oh, really?
But like I think like I completely understand how my mum would have felt. Like all my family, like I completely understand it. It's like if your son's out there doing.
How old were you at the time?
I was 18.
Okay.
Then I think.
Still quite early then.
Well, I'm 19 now. So.
A lot of 18-year-olds out there don't have a job. And
exactly. So like, I don't know, because I was in and out of jobs for like 3 years before I properly quit. I was doing furniture delivery like a year and a half ago.
I would trust him to get my furniture on the top floor. Yeah. He'd be very good at that. Yeah. I've had a few issues with that. I should have called him.
He's there.
Definitely, man.
Hauling a fucking couch out the outside. They go, just use the stairs, mate. It's just on the inside there.
No, I'd be going up the side, holding it one hand.
So you have this massive video, and I just looked, and I don't know if you uploaded a different one in between, because I know you've done a bit of spring cleaning, as YouTubers do.
Yeah.
But... they do those
legal spring cleaning.
We do that every now and then if there's something. I'll change the odd title. Hashtag Salmia Nasri loves sluts. Had to change that one after I got rejected out of America.
Oh god.
Again.
So
probably welcomed now by Trump.
Trump loved it.
The Trump presidency was going, we don't see any issues here. If anything, this guy's welcome.
Obama hated us.
He's bigly welcome.
Trump loves us. No, you followed it up with a banger in climbing the Sidemen Tower.
Yeah.
And
what a banger.
That for me had a lot of shock value.
Thank you.
There was a point. I mean, even the fucking thumbnail, mate, it's just insanity. Like, and you are so. We're making jokes about it and all that, and we're saying how well you've done. But that was dangerous as fuck, mate. And it's not often I would say that to someone.
Yeah.
You were in serious danger.
I
there.
think
one slip and splat.
All right, Dad.
It's pretty much a ladder to the top, though. Like
it is a ladder.
Yeah, it is.
But you can fall off a ladder. I've just got into the loft the other week and I fell down the ladder just getting the Christmas decorations down in December.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You're up a very high ladder there.
Yeah.
He turned to his dog at home and went, watch this, Night Scape.
I think, like, I don't know. For me, I've always been like, I've been doing this for like 9 years now. So like, I've been training.
Yeah.
Sometimes I go to indoor parkour gyms and I do bar sessions for like 3 hours where it's just on bars. Like, so like I completely trust myself. Like I trust my body completely.
You know your hands, for example. Do you ever choke your hands?
Yeah.
Because
definitely.
For me, with weightlifting, I always choke my hands to get a good grip on the bar, and I'm thinking to myself, I'm not even that nervous compared to what you would be all the way up there. Your hands must get sweaty at times.
How do you feel when you're going up?
Do you know what? Like when I'm doing a climb, especially like a dangerous one like the Sidemen Tower, I stay as relaxed as I possibly can be. Because like if you're in that situation, in that position, and then you start panicking, you start making stupid moves, and then you don't think, and then something bad can happen. So when I'm in that situation, I'm as calm as I can be, man. I'm in my element. Like I'm thinking, I've got a rule which is the 3 points of contact, so 2 hands, 1 foot, 2 foot, 1 hand, and so yeah, I just stay completely calm, have fun with it, don't make rash decisions, and yeah.
What do you do with I mean, that's the tricky part, is you're going up, but then you do also have the camera.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes like if I don't have a GoPro on me, I literally have to hold my camera in one hand, and then with the other hand I have to go up ladders or whatever. But on Sideman, I had a GoPro in my mouth.
Yeah.
And GoPro makes it a lot easier.
I think what's weird for me is I'm watching it, and I live in East London anyway, and all the buildings you're climbing are buildings that I walk around on a day-to-day.
Yeah.
And you can go up quite a few buildings in London. Like you can go up, Harrow Tower and like Gherkin, those sort of things. So you can see roughly where you can go. But the great thing is you go above that. Like when you went to the city and you went up the HSBC Tower and those sort of things. Top.
Yeah.
That's incredible because no one else can do that.
That's the point, is getting the perspective that no one else gets to see, and like rarely anyone gets to go, and then I get to experience that and then show other people.
You're climbing iconic buildings.
Yeah, pretty much, definitely.
Have you ever thought about how you've basically sacked maybe 15, 20 security guards in their time because someone's watching them?
I mean,
Ian's not doing his job, is he?
I mean, they're not doing their job though, really. But like, I was obviously.
But in a way, you're helping in that sense, though.
You're helping reveal the flaws.
I don't want to be that guy though. No. I don't want to be the guy who's exposing London security for.
Doc Justice have got that spot covered.
Just about.
Yeah. You're not exposing paedophiles at the top of a tower.
That'd be a good video. That'd be good.
If you go to the top of the tower, there's a paedophile.
Throw the pedos off there.
Yeah.
Let me throw them. Yeah, champion. No, but it is fucking dangerous, mate. And I mean, I've done a dangerous job before. Deep sea diving was dangerous, and what you're saying about staying calm when you're in your most dangerous place is definitely true. it's like it's even when people take a penalty, the more nervous they are, the worse the penalty usually is. And no matter what, nerves fuck everything.
The more you think about it, the usually.
So what I used to do was, for example, say I'm 30 meters underwater and it's pitch black, and you know people do panic down there. I would just zone everything out. For example, if you're climbing the ladder, I imagine all you think of, it's not how high you are, it's not anything else, it's the ladder, and
exactly.
And you just hone in on that.
I'm literally completely focused what I'm doing, the moves I need to make, how I need to do it, and how I can do it as safely as I possibly can. So that's all I'm thinking about.
Do you feel guilty at all about the consequences if anything does go wrong? Because this is your dream and your passion and your hobby, but also you've obviously got people who love you, who like your parents and that, and if anything did go wrong, then they would have to suffer that for what you wanted to do.
I mean, like, look, I can either I've got one life at the end of the day. Like, I'm going to die. Everyone's going to die. So
we're all dying.
Sorry to tell you all, but
this is true.
It's all going to happen. So
we're all dying right now.
No one ever says that on YouTube, by the way, though. I mean, no one ever mentions that.
No, it's true, man. Like,
don't mention death. Keep watching.
Hard to monetize.
Do you know what? The thing is, use death as motivation to live your life like the best it is. Do you know what I mean? Like,
well, that's exactly how I think, to be honest. But at the same time, you on a day-to-day basis put your life at risk more than most people ever would. Definitely. I mean, like, we've got a UFC fighter coming in later today, and what he does in getting in a cage and slugging it out seems more natural than what you do. Even like what you do. Yeah. A lot of people, if you said you've got a choice, you can either climb up that tower with no safety gear on, or you can get in an octagon and fight it out with someone, they'd pick the octagon. Yeah. Like what? A lot of people.
That's a good question.
So like,
I'd climb.
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
So when we put the Twitter questions out, obviously I put 2 different tweets out. More people were asking me about the size of your balls,
right,
than they were about Dan Hardy's. Do you know what I'm saying?
We've all seen his in those little shorts.
But seriously, like, most people think you're either got guts of fucking steel or you're mental. What do you say to people like that?
I think, like,
do you think you've got a screw loose?
I think I'm as sane as I can be. Like, what's the point of not going out and doing insane stuff? Like, you might as well do it. I'm gonna be gone one day, so I might as well, whilst I'm here, I've been given one opportunity to do some madness.
Do you think that you say that now, right? And I'm just asking questions because I think what people would ask. I'm trying to sort of
stop giving them a hard time.
No, I want it. Give me a
cut. But do you think if you did slip on your way down, you would have that thought of, I wish I'd never pushed it this far and I fucked it right up?
Didn't reach 1 million.
Yeah, no, that would be my.
Don't forget to subscribe. No, because I had this thought the other, because I was watching the one where you are inside like a pyramid in London.
That's HSBC Tower.
Right. No, wait, is that the Canary Wharf?
The Canary Wharf.
Square.
So you're hanging with your feet out, and you go and touch the top of the pyramid.
Yeah.
And I seen and I thought, if he fucking slips there, I just can't help but think, like, and I'm not frightened of death personally.
There weren't 2 points of contact there when you were holding that camera on the side of that.
Okay, no, there were 3 points because I was holding one hand, one camera, and then 2 feet. So 3 points of contact was still there. But the thing about that as well was it looks like it's just like if you did like properly slip, then it is,
which would be
like,
very easy to do.
But it has gaps in between, doesn't it?
Yeah, so it's pretty much like your feet go straight in to those.
So you think you could have saved yourself had you slipped there?
I doubt I would have slipped, honestly.
No, but if you'd slipped, let's just play devil's advocate with a daredevil.
I mean, if you would have slipped, I'd say it probably would have been pretty easy to catch yourself, especially as I have been doing it for a long time. So like,
I don't doubt that you're good at what you do, mate. It's fucking clear as day.
Thing is, this is the thing, is that you could talk about if buts and maybes, but then a lot of people probably wouldn't step out and do that. And I always find it a little bit weird.
I admire your
across as a thrill seeker. You come across as just someone who's quite chilled, who's just sort of like doing something.
Man,
you don't come across as like someone who's like, gnarly. We're gonna catch waves.
I don't know, like, for me,
that a surfer we're gonna go and catch waves.
I think like I don't know. I'm not out here trying to be like oh my God, I'm so fucking extreme. Like, I just want to do my thing and then live my life. And
do you watch other people and think that they do extreme stuff? Like there's a lot of videos where guys hang off the side of cranes.
Yeah, no, there's like hundreds of guys out there who are literally doing it just for the views.
I've seen that chick who was
be like a madman, and
the boyfriend with the hand, the chick's hanging off the side of the building.
These guys.
Just to go viral on Instagram.
Yeah, the models.
It's like, get your arse out, darling. That gets plenty of hits.
You can't even monetize that.
You're safe.
Yeah, no.
Get your arse out and shake it. That'll get you at least 400k.
Yeah, no, definitely. But I think like...
Less dangerous.
Yeah, no. I like, I've never hung off a crane in any of my videos or any of that kind of stuff.
Don't,
like,
for fuck's sake.
You don't need to.
I don't need to do that stuff, man. Like all these Russian guys, I see like, what's his name? Mustang Wanted. Like he goes out and literally hangs off things with his pinky.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't need to do that. Like what's the point of doing that? I'm already on top of this.
There's got to be a point of, all right, you're pushing the boundaries, but there also has to be a little bit of respect for how easy life can be taken away from you. And we've all got one life.
Yeah, no, of course.
And we do want to have fun with it and enjoy it, but you also want to respect that it's a gift, isn't it? Like,
I think what I've realised from my time on this earth is that the closer you get to being faced with instant death and losing your life, that is the best time of your life.
It's funny you should say that, because there's some people in the past who I've seen who've had depression, and they've had a near-death experience, and it's made them just be like, fuck me, what am I so down about? This is a gift.
I saw a thing about the Golden Gate Bridge jumpers. They said that the people that survived it, they said the moment they jumped, they realised like all their worries were just complete out the window, like nothing.
Yeah.
Like what is this all for? Like,
I think when you go through bad experiences or almost bad experiences, it makes you realise how much bullshit we stress out about. So do you find that you're so chilled out because of that, possibly?
I think because of the risks I take and all that kind of stuff, like it's made me realise that the bigger picture of what we are, like as humanity, we're just some evolved creatures on a rock, realistically. So like, just don't stress about anything, man. Everything's gonna be good.
So you're aware of the insignificance of what we are, basically.
Essentially, but like I also realise that we're extremely rare, so that's really cool. So like, we might as well.
Is there anything that does stress you out? Does bother you? Do you ever get wound up about anything?
Everyone gets stresses.
No,
like,
just wondering what a type of dude like you does get wound up by. What was the last thing that you were pissed off about?
Slow walkers.
That's London. That's just London.
Yeah, London rush hour. I don't know, like, same kind of stuff, like fakeness, really. People that I can see straight through, and then people that just do stuff for the attention. Like, people say that I do it for the attention. Like, fair enough. I like getting...
I think you do it for a lot more.
I do also think, though, often the people who say you do it for the attention are the people who would do it for the attention.
Yeah, definitely.
That's because what they're saying to you is, this is the way I think, and
so
if I did that, you must think the same way.
And
then they want to take you down for that reason. Yeah, it's jealousy.
I mean, like, before I had 500k subscribers and all that kind of stuff, I did it because I just really enjoyed making videos. That's what I love to do, and I've always enjoyed being hands-on with the camera. Yeah,
it's construction.
What you clearly have a passion for, like, art.
Yeah,
because
definitely.
if you look at the Instagram pictures, the way you edit your videos, like, there's a computer game that it reminded us of where your logo comes up at the start. Can you?
SimCity.
No, it's the one made by Ubisoft.
Road Rash.
Mirror's Edge?
No, it's where you explore. It's where you can hack into CCTV.
Oh, yeah.
Someone's watching this now, screaming the answer at us.
Watch Dogs.
Watch Dogs.
Yeah.
Reminded us of that sort of. You have a, like, I like the style of the videos, and that it does feel.
Glitchiness.
Yeah, it feels like you're infiltrating a building, and it really puts that across.
Because he is.
Yeah, no, it
really feels like.
But if I went and infiltrated a building and tell people, "Oh, I'm just here to see someone about a meeting," and the way I recorded it would look shambolic compared to the way he records it.
It's so funny. Sorry, I've got to retake this.
Yeah.
Can
we do that again?
Not to know who I am again. What I bet there's one thing I can talk about which stressed you out was the notoriety that you got, and therefore the eyes on you that came from people who were maybe suspicious of you or thought what you were doing was illegal.
Yeah, of course. Like, especially obviously what I do, it's not illegal, but it's not looked.
And certain
well
people
upon.
looked into that.
Yeah, for sure. So like,
Would it be possible for them to take the videos down?
I don't think so.
Yeah. Say if West Ham were pissed off, for example, Could they like try and have that taken down?
Not really, no, because once you've got the footage, you can't actually really. There's not many laws.
I got asked. I got an email the other day to be in the the London Stadium magazine about the video. So I don't think they're pissed off about it.
No, that's cool.
They almost have to accept it at that point.
I mean, 5 million views on their stadium. That's like.
And plus, you made the stadium look fucking good. That's not good.
If it was you who got to the top and you were just going, "Oh, I got my stadium 65," they'd probably be pissed off because there's some good pictures that come out of it. It's
definitely.
like, oh well, we've got everything we want.
When you're doing all them flips and all that.
So what did happen when the police came along?
Well, the police didn't come along until I put up a video which was the biggest mistake I've probably done in my YouTube career, where we broke into an airport.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen the video.
Yeah. And that was
someone else has uploaded it.
Yeah, I know. Shout out to you for taking.
Could have just left it up really for the.
I will put it up. It's still on. It's just on private. But
I was watching that video. Sorry to interrupt you, mate, but I was a bit like, fuck me. He might have crossed the line here. Like,
why?
No, like.
Well, because he's literally walked into a fucking airport in the plane.
Like,
they're in the cockpit, mate.
Yeah, it's mad. It's mad.
I don't think you're allowed to just
We're in the cockpit,
fucking Newcastle airport. I'm just having a little look around.
You probably could, but very few people could. Yeah.
I think
they're
like
in the airport after me.
Yeah. Because what it is, like all my other videos, is the trespass laws in the UK are pretty lax because like it's a civil offence. Yeah. So police can't actually arrest you for it. It has to be like either the building presses charges or something like that.
Can they retrospectively press charges? So could they go, we've seen the video of him in here and
use it as
arrest him?
No, because it's still a civil offence. If it's what's the word? There's civil offence and...
So if you broke something physically to get in, then that would be then classed as criminal, would it? So if you smash the window...
break and entering. I never break and enter. I never pick a lock. Like I just give it a go if it works.
He's that good. He doesn't even need...
No, I don't.
Most of the time the doors are wide open.
Mate, honestly, that's what we're most... Like, do you see on the Canary Wharf video, we were like... that was another one we never expected to work. And every single door... just open.
That's why
it was like we were baffled. It was
computer
crazy.
games are unrealistic. In computer games, you spend hours searching for a key or doing a peck in the lock. No. Real life, security guards go, this is going to be fucking hard. I've got to undo the lock and do it back up. Just leave them all open and see what happens.
I liked one video yesterday. I keep on going off on tangents because I've watched that many of his videos. And he's like, I'm supposed to be my mate upstairs. You got a key card I can use? She just hands it straight over.
No, mate, like in that video, that was the Tower 42 video. Yeah. The door to the security office was open. So we were like, what the fuck? How are you going to leave the door to a security office that's on a skyscraper open? We walked in, key card on the desk, straight back up on the rooftop.
It makes me think, and I mean, this is sort of, it's quite important time to be having this kind of conversation, to be honest, with terrorism being the way it is. You're kind of exposing... If someone wanted to plant a bomb somewhere, how fucking easy...
You're giving ISIS a manual.
He's the fucking poster boy for ISIS. No,
mate, I actually saw on my...
You support ISIS?
No. I saw... He's
on the front cover.
Imagine that.
They wrote to him a month ago to be asking to be on the front cover of the magazine.
I edit their videos.
Yeah. Mate,
thank you. Yeah. They're actually well good. Like the production.
That's what this means. It's sort of like logos. ISIS logos.
Fuck the West.
No, but I saw on my geographics. People in Syria do watch my videos.
Yeah. I'm not fucking surprised. Well, the thing is,
if you know how to escape authority.
No, but it is like a blueprint, isn't it? And what I was thinking, to be honest, is with obviously the police being sort of heightened in London, especially at this point, what if when you're running around with this fucking balaclava on, somebody one day thinks that your intentions aren't just...
it's happened. It's happened before.
They're not innocent like they are, and I just want to take some pictures when I get to the top. But someone shoots you or something, or does something bad.
It happens, man. Like, my friend, he was in Egypt, and he was trying to do the pyramids, and they saw a black figure, started shooting at him, and he was running away, getting shots, going left, right, and centre, and he managed to get away.
And he just got away, didn't go back.
He hid in a bin.
But did he get it on camera? Because that's the most important.
Yeah, no, he didn't. He would have got views though.
Yeah,
sorry, man.
Shot at in Egypt.
Mate, I've got the thumbnail, I've got everything.
Hell,
my brain now works like that. When you're
in his mind,
it does, man.
He's photoshopped his face onto a sphinx, and he's there going.
That's the problem with being a YouTuber. Like
you do, man. Literally.
You start thinking of how can I market any situation.
But that must be the same for you, though. As you do the free running. So first of all, you probably look at everything and can work out how you jump over that or jump from one thing to the other. But then the second thing, you must be walking around buildings like, I could definitely get up that, or like, could I get up that?
Do you know what it is? It's like, especially with urban exploration, it's taking any possible opportunity, no matter what. Like just pushing, trying again, finding a different route, thinking of outside the box, how I can bypass this or get past there. So it's like, yeah, man, yeah, it's just finding the routes that most people won't see.
Yeah. Sometimes that is the most obvious route. Like, it's literally
literally. Just try the front door.
Usually, the best one is under their nose, like literally right in front of them, and then they don't even realise. They don't think about it.
So then we kind of got off what happened with the police.
Yeah. You got arrested, and all of your cameras and gear was taken away.
Did you get arrested? Were you arrested?
So what happened was we put up the video. Well, I put up the video, and then I knew it was a mistake. I just knew anyway. So
Mate, when they were in the cockpit, man, you were like,
I was like, "Fuck this."
To be fair, you kind of bottled it a little bit.
I didn't even want to go into. I didn't want to go into the plane, and my friend went over to the plane, goes up the stairs, and opens the fucking door to the plane, and I'm like, "Oh my!"
I thought, how far is this going to go?
And do you know what? Do you know what?
Started the plane. Yeah, right to Croatia.
No, because he was like, mate, we're in the fucking cockpit.
No, but like, do you know what? In that warehouse, half of that warehouse is sectioned off. So there's a wall, like a small fence wall in that warehouse, and on the other side of that warehouse, there was about 15 workers doing their job. Oh, so we were in the same warehouse as all these workers in the fucking in the plane, and then I didn't want to be there, man. Like it was mad.
There was like a proper fucking like British Airways massive.
Well, it's a oil response unit.
Yeah, so it was a big plane that won it.
It was pretty big.
Yeah,
I sat on top of it. Which is cool.
Literally. There's times where your videos, it just crosses into Grand Theft Auto world, like where you're doing the type of shit that I would do on that game, and you're like living it.
Just do it on the game.
So did the police officially arrest you, or did they want you for questioning?
Yeah, so put up the video. A few days later, I wake up to, I knew exactly who it was from the knock. I was like, okay, yeah. Looked out my window, loads of officers. I was like, okay. Woke me up out of bed, 8 a.m. Like literally, detectives came in my room. Don't touch any of your electronics. Don't touch your laptop. No phone. Nothing. Put me in handcuffs. Took me to the station. Searched my entire house. Took my mum's computer. Took my laptop. My mum's computer. Her PC.
Why though?
Because anything that can hold storage is potential evidence for them. So they'll take anything. Took my mum's laptop, my mum's computer, my laptop, my phones. I had an iPhone 7 and a Google Pixel. To both of them, my hard drives, my SD cards, everything. Literally anything that could hold storage. Mm-hmm. They took my cameras, my lenses. They even took my lenses. So it was like...
Shows how much police actually know about equipment, though, doesn't it? Yeah. We're taking these lenses too.
My other friend, and they arrested all of us as well at the same time. And they took my friend's PS3.
I mean, to be fair, it probably would be a really clever thing to do, would be to hold something really critical on something that looks so... something so stupid. But so then what? And why did they do that?
So just as investigation, can I show you that? Yeah. Just as just evidence really, to see what they can get of breaking and entering into the place, even though they've got the whole video of it. So it's just like
it's on YouTube.
It's all on. I put the whole video on YouTube. So yeah, if you're watching this, don't pass the police.
Yeah, did you just go to the just hit subscribe and you guys? You'll see all my latest crimes.
No, the guy in the van on the way back to the station, the arresting officer was talking to me about my YouTube. He said he liked my videos and all my clothing. So it's just like, but to be fair, like I understand he's got. People like.
Did he take all the clothing as well? I'm pretty sure I could source some stuff.
Luckily,
I'll be having these t-shirts.
Yeah, all these mediums must come with us. Take the largest. No, just the mediums.
Just the mediums.
You can imagine though, like someone at the station being like, "Yeah, we need to arrest this guy." And he's like, "We'll go and get all of the technology. We'll get everything he's got." And he's like, "No, but sir, you can just type that address in on your laptop." Yeah. No, get all of the technology. It makes no sense.
Wait, and they gave you that back though?
I haven't got it back yet.
Unbelievable.
Yet is the word though.
So was there anything on that was?
Mate, that's my like.
Do you have any nudes on there? Do you worry about that?
I don't. Well, I don't.
I
know.
can tell
I have some, but
his
they're not on my hard drive.
Yeah, he went, oh, fuck. It's the first
They're
time
in a
he's gone,
special folder.
shit.
They're locked away.
Okay.
No, but
because the police can't decrypt anything.
they're not on any. Actually, maybe on my. No, they're not on my laptop.
Yeah.
No, I'm
They're
joking.
there
I don't have
Night
nudes,
Scapes.
so don't look
Yeah.
for them.
Yeah.
But no, like.
I didn't even mean yours. I meant like people.
Oh,
who
just
send you
general.
stuff.
There
Yeah,
might
yeah.
actually be.
Sure.
There
No, you
might
said it. That's actually right. Yeah.
But yeah, man. Like, I think they, for some reason, that obviously, I think, like, I can see from their perspective.
The bangers.
He's going to get angry with you in a minute.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I fidget. As I
He
said,
hates
like, I
authority,
fidget. I'm
so-
sorry.
We'll cut this
I'm
out.
sorry, I
Yeah.
fidget.
Con.
Yeah, no, like obviously they've seen the video of some kids breaking into an airport, and people have obviously gone to the Doncaster police and said, "Are you going to do anything about this?" I understand they've got a job to do, so they obviously have to do something about
So
it.
is that Doncaster police then? So
Yeah.
Are they
So
dealing with you now?
They are dealing with me, the Doncaster police. So
is your stuff in Doncaster?
My stuff is in North Yorkshire in a.
If you ever need someone to help, come get them. I'll go
You want to
get
help
them
me?
for
Yeah, I
you,
need
'cause
some big guys.
So long, isn't it?
I'm close,
getting
as you
it's
know.
not
It's not worth it,
yeah.
man. Like, it's
I'd probably be able to
yeah.
infiltrate them, actually.
Have you not got better thing now?
That's a good video. Getting my stuff back.
Yeah.
Getting my stuff back. Yeah. I love the
Evidence
idea. You walk in
room
and go, "Have you got a key card?" Because it's in the back, mate. Yeah.
He goes dressed up like PC
Not a
fucking
police.
plug.
But that must be really frustrating because
Definitely, man.
well, what are they looking for? Have they told you what they're looking for?
They're looking for just any evidence to help them with the investigation, but I don't see how that
Of
helps
what?
when there's a whole fucking video of it on the internet.
What's the investigation of? Like, what have you done that's illegal?
Okay, so I haven't said this on the internet yet, but what
Exclusive.
this is
Finally,
an exclusive.
This is where I'm dropping the ad in.
45
I'm dropping the ad
minutes.
in right
Yeah,
now.
it took, yeah.
Okay, so
Genuinely.
the charge that they're trying to charge me with
Yeah.
is endangerment of an aircraft under the Aviation Act of 1985.
Right, so which you can sort of understand because if you go into a cockpit, you might knock something, or you might. Yeah.
essentially, but
Started
it's
it.
endangerment of an aircraft, which is like ridiculous levels.
Yeah.
So as like if they can charge us for that, then it's just that's the thing as well. It's just a matter of time, especially with investigations. They can take so long.
Do you think that there's a chance that you might actually like end up getting prosecuted, like full blown?
Does it carry time,
no
or
idea.
what does it carry?
Can
vlog for you.
tell you, like my lawyer works in it. He's
Sure.
doing all that kind of stuff. So the only thing that I can do is wait and see what happens. Really,
I'll tell you one thing: breaking out of prison. That'd be next level.
That'd be a good
Prison
one.
break.
Smuggling a
Yeah.
phone.
I'm
Vlog
already
it.
tattooed. Otherwise I could have got the whole thing tattooed on us for you. It's a nightmare.
Yeah.
But then there's other things you've done. Like obviously you went to was it Dubai?
Went
Yeah.
to Dubai, came back.
That's-
That was
2
recent,
weeks
wasn't it?
ago.
Yeah.
That was recent. That was
Yeah.
mad.
That's
the thing as well. They're trying to charge me with endangerment of an aircraft. And I've been on 4 planes since
Yeah.
that. So it's like,
Well, you probably shouldn't have told him that.
sorry,
He took a train to Dubai.
Yeah,
No, but,
hitchhike.
You raj cunt.
but then with that in England, you're sort of at home in England. Do you know what I mean by that?
Yeah.
If you go to Dubai, fucked up shit happens in Dubai.
It's true, man. But I think they're not as like everyone looks at.
What were you
Saudi
going to say?
Arabia.
They're not as strict as our police.
No, like everyone
Just
looks
don't have
at,
sex on a beach.
Put it
Yeah,
this way,
definitely.
they're not Doncaster police.
Yeah,
all
no,
right?
it's true. Doncaster police have been
your hands
worse than me. Yeah, but I think people think they're way more like insane than they actually are. They're actually like they're really nice people, man.
Yeah.
Especially everyone out there, even the police. They're all
No, I'm
nice,
not talking
like-
about. Oh, you came into contact with the police. Sorry.
Well, I spoke to like an officer once at a train station, and they're just like normal.
they just
normal people,
I'm not saying the general population
yeah,
are assholes, but I mean, you know, if you sort of get into,
You've said it now,
But,
mate.
no,
Yeah.
but people think that they're like, if you do the littlest thing, they'll chop
Yeah.
your hands off. And
That's
that.
what people
It's not
think.
really like that, but
Yeah.
it's still bad. Like, obviously, there's no freedom of speech or anything like that, so that's a bit off.
Shit.
But yeah,
Did you have a good time in Dubai?
insane, man.
Yeah.
One of the best shits.
Did
I've had,
you,
like,
um,
absolutely crazy.
Was that? Do you get like sponsorship and brand deal things with this sort of thing?
Do you know what? Brands just get scared.
Yeah.
Really, like especially.
I feel
like,
your pain, mate.
Yeah.
For a different reason, but yeah,
I think
same shit.
Nah, like like I do work with companies and like I've done work with Adidas, Converse,
Yeah.
all that kind of stuff. But like
Yeah,
sponsorships, I'm working on that kind of stuff. So it takes time.
I can imagine that you'd be appealing to them, but don't get me started.
The
on
free running
brands.
aspect, where I'm actually on the ground and not
Yeah.
breaking the law, then yeah, definitely.
They'd love that.
But I've done like free running jobs, all that kind of stuff. So that kind of side of things, and yeah, I work with companies and brands.
But in a way, it sort of takes away from it if a big brand comes along to you and it's like, we want you to go to the top of this thing. It's almost
That's the
again,
thing,
it's that
yeah.
countercultural.
It's not real, really. And that's the whole point of the videos. I try and make them as real as possible.
Yeah.
So it's like...
Do you ever feel like, because the way things are going on YouTube, you sort of set the bar so high so early that you haven't left yourself with a lot of room to grow as a YouTuber? Because you've already climbed some fucking ridiculously tall buildings, and I know you can go to America and there's huge buildings there and that, but as a YouTuber, do you want to do other stuff as well as this?
So, like, obviously, there's a finite amount of tall break-inable buildings in the world, so, like, I can't keep breaking into skyscrapers, but, like, so, yeah, I want to do, like, more daily vloggy kind of things, but, like, I remember when I first got arrested and then I was on bail. That was when I wasn't doing any climbing whatsoever. And I was making content that I just didn't really want to be making. And then my views completely dropped, and I think my subscribers as well. So I was like, okay, I'm not doing this.
You've definitely got, like, I'm not just saying this, mate. You've got a good personality, and a lot of, like, because I asked Will before you came on, like, what's this guy like when he's not fucking up the height? Like, and Will was like, no, he'll be a really good guest. He can talk, man, and that.
Appreciate it.
You can definitely do other things.
Definitely.
You have to find what your passion is.
Yeah, I've got plans for other stuff that I want to do online, but I also want to do, like, more of the clothing kind of stuff. Like, I'm planning to have I haven't said this either, it's another exclusive.
Cool.
But I'm planning to have a line out by winter 2017.
Nice.
So that's going to be, like, one of my things. And like, I just want to keep creating content, man, and just having fun with it.
A room for tutorials for this sort of stuff, or
I've got a video idea for
because I know a lot of kids will be looking up to you.
Like, definitely, like, especially the photography kind of stuff. Like, I'd love to do workshops on photography and editing and all that kind of stuff. And then like free running, the whole free running side of stuff, a bit like a far future goal of mine, which I've discussed with a few other big free runners, is an actual facility where, like, an indoor facility where we can have loads of kids and teach them parkour and then introduce them to,
like, a safer way of
so
rather than what you did when you were like
like an indoor free running gym, but just like a sick one.
Cool.
Where we can,
because there is, like, stuff like oxygen jumping at the moment, which
Yeah,
is quite
yeah,
popular
yeah,
if you go there,
definitely,
and it's good fun if you go there as well.
Yeah.
Like, you can imagine if there's a free running gym, a lot of people will probably take part.
The thing is that, like, there's a indoor free running gym called Chain Store, which is like it's the only one in London where everyone goes, and it's just like it's good, but it's not like what the vision that we kind of have for it. So, like, a free running gym made by free runners would just be epic, man.
It's like a skate park designed by skaters.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So how's YouTube affected your life? Because obviously you were already doing, like, free running and climbing that, but by that I mean the popularity, because you really quickly have gone from like a nobody to someone who everyone fucking knows very quickly.
I mean, like, it was weird, like, because I'd never experienced that kind of, like, going viral is a mad feeling. Like, it's something you can't explain. It's weird. Like, I remember watching my subscribers just, like, roll up, and I was like, what the hell? This is just crazy. But I think, like, in general, it's just, like, I've always said social media is the best tool to open up opportunities and guide your career. So I think especially from going viral, it's just the opportunities that I've been able to obtain, the people that I've met, the things that I'm able to do. It's so cool, man. Like, it's a great feeling.
Have you encountered anyone, because it's quite a big community of people who do the urban exploring and the free running. Have you encountered anyone along the way that's been a little bit jealous of the success? Because you blew up overnight, and there are going to be guys who are older than you who are sort of like, I've been doing this for years. Like,
I think, like, because I've always been friends with all the big free runners in the game. So, like, I've always kind of looked up to them, and, like, now that I've got, like, three times the amount of subscribers as most of them, it's kind of like, I don't see competition, man. I don't think about competition at all. Like, it's just, for me, there's enough views for everyone. We can all eat at the end of the day.
Yeah, like, so it's not like you've got, like, a 3-hour video every day. No one else can watch it.
Yeah, exactly. Like, people are addicted to the internet, man. There's enough views to go around. Like,
but you've got an artistic brain, so you're gonna think like that. But people who are a little bit more.
There's definitely people
competitive.
There's
we'll definitely be bitching about you.
For sure. Like, I know there's definitely people out there who have that kind of mentality, but I think if you've got that kind of mentality, you're never gonna really get to the point where you can actually make content that's real and legit. And
you're always going to be fucking moaning because there's always going to be YouTuber bigger than you, unless you're PewDiePie.
True.
Or KSI.
He's just
Yeah.
I think if you're always aiming to outdo another person, then you're never really gonna succeed in that in a real sense. If
you're never going to be truly happy with
exactly.
Made,
like if you want to be a pioneer of something, you got to be the trendsetter. You got to go away from what everyone's doing and then just do what you want to do. And then once you're doing what you're happy with, because that's the thing. Like, if you're doing anything for the money, for the views, then it's not really the way you should be doing it. You should be doing it because you're genuinely.
You've got a very similar attitude to what I've got. Like personally, I just want the bills paid and make videos that I want to make. Like, if you give me an option of doing videos that I hate doing and making absolute fortune off of them, or doing videos that I want to do and just getting by, I'd pick that, and I genuinely would.
It's true, man.
So
like,
what the fuck are you doing?
I just sit here and talk to people I find interesting. That's all I do.
No.
Like, I literally know YouTubers who must be like, I fucking got to open more packs for fuck's sake. But like, I literally
no, seriously, you get a buzz every time you open a pack. It's like, Jesus, who's
going
to walk out?
He's only just started opening packs on FIFA,
videos.
and he's like,
I love pack videos, man. I love pack videos.
It's so much fun.
They're good, man.
Yeah.
They're actually,
the first time you get a walkout.
Oh man, yeah.
When you've been doing it for 4 years and that's your channel, like,
there's only so many things you can throw around a room. Or like,
break TVs and But I think it's just in general, like, materialistic possessions, they come and go at the end of the day, and they're like, I do it because I want to have mad experiences. I want to live my life.
That comes across in your videos, because I can tell even just by before you leave the house, by your bedroom, by what you wear, you're not wrapped up in how things look. Obviously, you're creating nice videos and how they make them look nice, but you don't really come across as a materialistic person.
I like clothes. That's the only thing that I actually spend loads, like a decent amount of money on. But other than that, like, I just want to have fun, man. I want to just live my life.
Thrill seeker.
Do you get spotted out quite a lot? Like, when you go out, do a lot of guys?
Definitely. Like, school time. If I go out when school's finishing, then it's just a bit mad.
Probably don't want to rub your hands while you're saying
If I go out around school
time is mad.
And he can get away as well. He can inside the building. It's awful.
We do this all the time.
He's not.
No, but seriously, women, has that become better since YouTube?
How many skies have you scraped? That's a terrible lie.
It has its ups and downs.
I'll tell you, he's laying there going, I'll tell you, it's nice to be the one getting claimed for a change.
Riding it. No, but
I've got a key card.
I've got the keys.
Yeah.
Access. No, I think, like, it's has its ups and downs, really, but yeah.
What kind of ups and downs we're talking about, mate?
How old are you now?
19. Well,
all right, so you're in your prime right now, mate. This is it.
Epitome.
You've got money. You've got an audience.
You're an urban explorer.
You've got girls in the DMs. It must be good.
Yeah, no, it's good, man. Like,
tell us how good it is.
It's good. You want the exclusive?
No, you don't come on this podcast without knowing that this is going to be.
I have to be brutally honest. I mean, like,
not every single. I don't want a name or anything, but how's it going?
Don't KSI it, but, like, you know,
he was probably.
KSI doesn't give a fuck, mate. That's why he's classy.
Yeah, no, it's good. Like, but
I think we started.
No, it makes it a lot easier getting sliding in DMs for sure. Like,
when a good looking girl follows you, so how do you react? Are you like straight on the profile? All right, look in the media pictures, because that's kind of
usually my tactic.
My sort of usual thing.
What? So do you go and like the pics?
No, you just
like one or two?
I mean, you look at the pics and then you sort of weigh up. Is this a likable profile? Usually, don't you?
Sure. I think what it is, I'll go on if a girl follows me, I'm like, oh, okay, she looks alright. If I really want to make an impact, I'll go a few weeks back.
Yeah.
And then like a few. And then she'll be like, oh. So she's...
Because then she knows that you've really had a look.
Yeah.
That's what you think she's like. She's screenshotting.
Telling her mates.
That's what girls do. People don't realise this.
Fifth one today.
That's the thing. Like, boys don't realise this, but when you text your girlfriend some mad soppy thing, she'll screenshot it and then send it to all her friends.
Or some mad crazy shit.
Do you think it's worse in a sense for YouTubers though? Because like, if you wanted to maybe have a few going on, and I just mean dating, like if you wanted to talk to a few girls at once, it's harder to achieve because of who you are. Because the likelihood is
definitely.
You've got
all the women will talk.
No, but things get out, don't they? Like people retweet shit. It's very easy. If he sends a dirty message to a girl, it's like, oh, look what fucking Night Scape sent.
I think it's the same for anyone who's in the limelight. Though you've got to like be really careful. Like you actually do, because people do. No matter how much you think you know someone or trust someone, then they can do that kind of snaky stuff. But I think most people have got common decency and they won't do that kind of stuff.
Do you ever use the clout of your profile to just sort of slide in someone's... Will you ever sort of be just a little...
Look, it helps. Like, having followers on Instagram and subscribers, it helps, of course. Yeah. Sliding in to DMs.
Yeah.
But...
what kind of woman, visually, would you usually go for in an ideal world?
Visually? I don't know, like...
Emotion, yeah.
Is there a type or a feature? You know, like some men like tits or also.
I think like height wise, I want it to be like if I'm standing up just under,
just another chin.
I can like
that's a good.
I think
that's
standard.
Height,
I think that's standard. Most guys want it like just so you can hug and then
ideal.
And you can have
a headrest. So it's like
it's difficult for you.
And then they
have to be 6'9".
I
rest my balls on their head. No, that's
he does
chin.
like midgets. I mean, it is.
I've heard that. I don't know, like good looking, good personality, not
very specific.
Would you ever go for a girl who wanted to do this shit with you?
Definitely.
Oh,
that's the hardest thing to find. I'm trying to find. If there's any girls out there who love a bit of thrill seeking and want to hit me up.
There will be, because there's men on death row who get hit up. I mean, we've had one, so I know that for a fact.
Bronson's getting married to that woman from...
If Bronson can get a lass, I'm pretty sure you'll be fine.
Nah, like, to be honest, I'm not really looking for a relationship at the moment.
Yeah,
but,
you're 19.
Yeah.
Stay single, mate. That's my advice. Same thing I told Joe Weller, and
I think
he sent me a text message picture last night of what he's getting up to in LA, and trust me, he's definitely keeping his on. Just saying.
Elliot asked you not to talk about that though.
Oh god,
that's a joke. It's a joke.
Them two,
wingman. Okay. Shout out.
Sorry, not wingman, co-commentator. All right.
Nick my jobs. Yeah. Oh, here he is, the fella who nicked me job. Should I say that?
It's so funny. Anyway, and so, what is your plan? Because obviously you're still quite young compared to anyone.
Me and him.
Yeah.
Speak to yourself. I think like for now, I just want to keep creating as much content as I can. Keep pushing the boundaries to as much as I can.
Would you consider taking another YouTuber with you on a climb? As like almost like a
you're so inconspicuous.
Collaborate. No, I'm not saying for me. I'm just wondering if, for example, someone big said to you, "Look, I really want to give this a try," but they're not skilled like you, so you're going to have to really think of things and help them and almost baby them on it.
Before the police thing, I was working on a series which was climbing with YouTubers / fans. So what I wanted to do was take YouTubers who'd never done that kind of stuff and bring them into that environment.
That's great.
But now that I'm on bail in the UK, I just can't even risk getting arrested here. So it's like, I'm going to have to put it on hold for a bit. But it will come eventually, I promise.
We've all been on bail in the UK. Haven't
it's not fun, man.
Haven't we, Lawrence?
Yeah.
Have we?
Tricky times.
Have we?
Yeah.
Have.
Really?
Oh yeah, we'll save that for the book.
The
podcast 200. It's like,
I stagger my sort of big stories because I want to keep them.
You got to hold them back.
And I've got a lot. I've lived a lot of life. That's.
I think people would be interested in. I think people feel like there's a story behind, like there's a background.
There is, mate.
So
actually,
people want to know.
There's quite a lot.
Yeah, that wizened face says so much.
So we've got Twitter questions for you.
Okay,
as well, mate.
Cool.
Twitter questions. Ask him about the Millennium Falcon.
Oh, okay. So as I said, we went into the Star Wars set. So
how did you get in there?
That's
not a video out.
No, that's not a video. We didn't film that. Well,
Why not?
There's footage from it because this was before I did YouTube.
Oh,
so this was like we just did that just for the.
I'm a bit of a Star Wars fan, so
really?
I would like that. Yeah, I would have liked that.
Yeah, well, so
Han Solo and Chewbacca. Yeah.
Can you do a Chewbacca impression?
That. No.
Okay, so yeah, Millennium Falcon was literally the studio lie about where it actually is, so nobody tries to.
It's not really on Hoth.
So they say it's in. They said it was in like Pinewood, I think, or something like that, but it's not there, and we worked that out.
I've just seen the sound engineer, and he's literally like, you can tell he's a massive Star Wars fan because he's like, his eyes are massive.
Where's the Millennium Falcon?
Where is it? Tell us where it is.
You sound like
I've
Darth
been
Vader
to where
now.
they said it was. It wasn't there. They lied.
They did lie. And then,
Did you go in the cockpit? Because
So,
that
okay,
is actually against
so-
the 1985 law.
of Space Travel Act. No, but
Doncaster Peninsula.
But yeah, so we managed to find out where it was. We went there with a friend. He drove us there, and then we spent like an hour and a half, like in complete pitch black, trekking through like forest. Managed to find. We got to like a fence.
You've
Jumped
lived
over.
your life like I. Well, the 8-year-old me just wanted to live the life you've got right now.
We just did it, and then got through, jumped over this fence, walked around like this. It was so out of place as well because it was in the middle of a forest, so it was like a massive forest, and then you have just a road.
It's what you'd expect.
And
though,
it
isn't
was weird. And then we
Need
all
space to land.
Yeah, exactly. You need all that. And then we managed to get to the actual set, and there was loads of like cars and like sounds that we were just like, maybe there's people around. Thought, fuck it, we'll do it anyway. Went round like the back of this whole. It's a massive set as well. So they've literally built a mountain that looks like a mountain, but it's made up. It's handmade. So we went like round the back of it, got to the top, and we're looking down this man-made mountain, and then we just see the Millennium Falcon at the bottom of the mountain in a forest, and we were just like, what the hell? And then went down, chilled on the Millennium Falcon for a bit. I've got a picture of me on the roof, just standing on it. And then there's nothing inside it though, unfortunately. It's just like
It's just
scaffolding.
yeah.
But we did go inside, and it was mad. It was crazy.
Isn't that
There's
crazy?
a part of me thinking, like, what if you went inside and somehow it worked?
Oh
Yeah.
man, imagine that. Going on a
There was
journey.
what was that show? There was a show when we were kids about two kids who found a spaceship, Aquila or something like that. Do you remember?
Men in
that?
Black or something.
know.
aye.
Too young for that.
It was good. It was fucking good.
Sounds good.
It was a good show. Yeah.
How does he ever challenge himself? The guy seems like he could climb anything.
Fake mountain.
Is that as in a challenge of what I can climb?
Well, yeah. I mean, I've been thinking about like how far you can take this because would you ever do like Everest or something like that? And like,
That's the thing,
and think
like-
about going.
Yeah, I don't just want to do buildings. Like,
Yeah?
I want to travel the world and do mountains, all that kind of stuff, and rock climbs.
What's the goal, rock climb wise?
Uh,
Free climbing, or are you doing it with?
I don't know about free climbing. Like, there's some free climbers out there who are absolutely insane, but they're like ridiculously talented. But they usually end up dying, to be fair. But like I think
If you did Everest and videoed it the way you video,
that
that would be something special.
that would be the maddest thing because like it's genuinely a life-threatening climb.
Oh, it's no
Like,
fucking joke.
No, like it's not a joke. Like there's a big chance you'll die.
Yeah.
But like I don't know, like challenge-wise, I just want to. I'm always trying to challenge myself, no matter what. Like, I don't want to ever be in my comfort zone. That's like not my goal. So,
Biggest near-death experience.
near-death experience.
Because I seen on the, like, to me this is a near-death experience. On one of the videos there was sort of a ledge, but there was a gap and then another ledge and then a gap and then a ledge, and you sort of skipped across them on the edge of the building, and I'm like, that 3 points of contact, that is not me.
Yeah.
That's 1 foot at one time. You're
that's
doing
not 3 points of
hopscotch with your life, yeah.
I'm trying to think near-death experiences. It's hard to think of them kind of things when you actually.
Well, no, he just named it, mate. That was the one.
Was that
For me, that's not a near-death
he-
experience. Though.
when you just toy with your life and that, though? It's like
But he's not toying with it because he doesn't think he is.
that was like a
toying.
standard.
If you did it,
That was like a few. That was like I could have stepped to each one of those.
I know
So it was
that.
like-
It's just,
well, I did.
for me,
But,
that
like-
I was like worried for you, like, and I know like you've uploaded the video, you've lived, but even when it's happening,
It
you
yeah.
still get that feeling like it's happening right now.
I think it depends. What like you class as near-death experiences. I think I've been like.
Have you ever nearly slipped off the side of the building, dangling your legs out and pushed your ass over too far?
There was one time where I was on a crane and I wanted to get to the skyscraper, and it was like the cranes. You don't realize, but cranes sway. in the wind, and especially the really tall ones. This was like a 42-story building, and I was on the top of it, and I couldn't be bothered to go down the crane, go on the floor, and then come back up the building again, because all my friends were in the building, I was on the crane. And then it was, I'd say, I don't know how far it was, but I wanted to get from the crane to the building, and there was scaffold coming out the building, like pretty close to the crane. So then I was like hanging out of the crane, stretching over as much as I could. Oh shit.
You don't have to stretch it out, but we got
stretching out as much as I could. And then I went to put my foot on the scaffold, and then the scaffold swayed. The crane swayed, so my foot went like that, and I was like still holding on. That's probably like the closest slip, but nothing worse than that.
It's always going to sway back, isn't it?
Sways back.
That's a strange one.
Sway.
Yeah. Have you ever felt like jumping?
No.
I don't know why someone would.
People,
I think whoever tweeted that, we should get them help.
Some people do get that urge.
People, for some reason, I don't know. It might be some like
skydiving,
like
shit.
What's the word?
Yeah, there is
some instinctive bird-like feeling. But I think like some people have said to me that when they're standing like at heights, they genuinely get the urge to just jump off for some reason. I don't get that. I don't know.
I feel like it's a bit of a scary thing. Like I remember as a kid being like, oh, I wonder what it would look like if you jumped off this.
I think people, it might be some like, what's the word for it? Instinctive feeling.
I think there's a podcast which explains that somewhere in the world. I've listened to it before, yeah.
Not this one.
Yeah.
Stay subscribed. Do you support a football team?
Spurs, but I don't really watch football, to be honest.
How do your parents feel about it? I mean, you kind of already explained that, but have they ever sat you down and were like, I'm worried that you're going to like end up dying from this? Or
yeah, definitely. Yeah, like there's been a few times where
who mainly has those concerns out of the two of them?
My mum.
Yeah.
Obviously, like I completely understand it, but like we've had a few times where she's been crying and all that kind of stuff, and just telling me she doesn't want to do it.
Because if I had a kid doing what you're doing, I'd probably handcuff them to the radiator and be like, you're not fucking going anywhere until you promise us that you're not going to I couldn't.
And that's why you're not fit and proper parents.
And that's why if I ever have children, they'll be removed from me on the instant they're born.
Yeah.
No, seriously though, I would be fucking terrified if I was a dad.
I think you could ask the same question to any parent whose son does motocross, skiing, anything like that. But I think like I'm an adult at the end of the day. I'm gonna do what I want to do, and like if it's my passion, then I'm gonna be upset if I'm not doing it. And she knows that she can't lock me.
I've had a few people like who I've known. Like I know people who've died on motorbikes and things like that, and like they loved that motorbike, and it's like, would you rather them here miserable, or would you rather them have spent that 20 odd years doing what they actually wanted to do,
or would you rather what you're putting there is they'd be miserable if they didn't have the bike. They might just find something else.
Possibly, but what he's saying is that this is the one thing that fulfills him and that he really wants to do.
I've got to live my life at the end of the day, and if it's what I love doing it, and if I wasn't doing it, then I'd just be unhappy anyway.
But you will slow down at some point, or like your mind will look for different kicks, and you'll sort of enter a different stage in your life.
I think I'll move on to different kind of adventures, but I'm like.
It's like I've
made it a goal in my brain that no matter at what point in my life, I never want to be comfortable. I always want to be pushing myself, getting out of my comfort zone, doing something that I've learned new things, and just creating new experiences. And
since you said there's like movie porn, it's got a completely different application. And he was watching it going, yeah, that's very similar to the way that I approach porn.
No, it's like what I liked when I was...
I like to create new experiences.
Yeah. When I was Harry's age, I was watching different porn to what I'm watching now. You need that new thrill.
Getting out,
You need the next thing.
The next stage.
Do you know, because obviously when you first watch porn, it's like standard.
Can we have some details?
Yeah, and I mean, just anything will do. Do you know what I mean? But then, I don't know, you find anal, and then that moves on to...
Sure.
Do you know what I mean? Something else.
Something mad.
Like that?
Be honest.
The thing is, when I first seen anal, I really liked watching anal porn.
Why?
Because it's like the wrong one, isn't it? Wrong hole. But then after a while, I realised that it was all an act, and the porn stars they'd rather take it in the.
You can't smell porn.
Exactly.
So,
and I prefer to like watch porn when a woman's actually enjoying it. So then I revert it. but then I went a lot more.
Somewhat of a feminist.
Not a lot more voyeuristic. So I want to watch real people doing it, not porn stars. Right. You go on to different things in life.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
You move on.
It's like food.
Yeah.
You want to watch real people?
Like, as opposed to porn stars who pretend that they're enjoying it, where, you know, they're getting paid whatever.
Right.
Probably not a lot.
Right. Or too much.
The men a lot less than the women.
The women get paid.
I mean, people talk about objectifying women and feminists and all that. I mean, that is the ultimate feminist, job, isn't it? Really, porn star, because you get paid more than the man.
Yeah. We want the
a lot
wage
of feminists out there should take it.
That's the wage.
There's the ultimate social fallacy.
So,
next one.
I often think how equal porn is.
Weirdest place.
It's on my mind a lot.
Weirdest place you've had sex.
Oh,
the top of which?
Because you would think that you'd have explored.
Have
you ever had
Sorry,
a girl...
Mum, if you're watching this.
Get into
she's
this.
not.
Like, and actually go up there.
So National Theatre.
Oh, great.
On the rooftop.
Oh, very good.
That was one.
Was it cold up there?
It was midday. So no.
Summer?
Well, yeah, summer.
You didn't have a job.
It was a good
Fuck
day.
it. Yeah,
exactly. And we got caught actually.
Really?
Which is funny. Cause
was that mid-shag or were you
It was like
finished?
just after. And then the scooter came up. We were like, okay, shit. Went down with them. They went one way. We just ran off out the fire exit, and then the rest is history.
So girls, if you do get in touch with Harry, expect some rooftop views.
Yeah.
They'll be good.
Some sweet music.
Someone said, are you all there mentally?
I think like...
Do you think...
I think I'm completely...
Either way he's going to say yes.
Yeah, well, yeah, no, I'm insane. No, I don't know, like, I think I'm more than... I'd say I'm more there than a lot of people. A lot of people, they're like... They're lost and don't really know.
At least you've got a sense of purpose in life and you found what you want to do, which is, I think, especially when I was your age, I certainly hadn't found that
That's
yet.
the biggest thing I see of like a lot of my friends, a lot of people see, especially at my age, there's so many of them just seem like lost and like they don't actually know what they want to do. But I think you just got to do what you love, man.
It's not the worst thing. It's not the worst thing to
It's
be
not the worst
18,
thing.
19 to be
no.
lost. Like if you're lost and you're, 30,
What's
making a
his name?
YouTube channel.
Yeah, no, like what's the guy who made KFC? He made
Kentucky.
that. He made that at like 65, and like, Oprah was like 45 when she started. So it's like you're never too late.
Someone's got a good question here, which I think you should definitely answer.
Okay.
Do you see your videos as having a negative effect on kids due to all the danger and risk of what you do, that they might copy you and potentially one of them might hurt themselves one day? How would you feel about that?
I mean, if I would have never made any YouTube videos, there's still hundreds of videos of Russians hanging by their pinkies off.
But what I'm saying is, you particularly are in the UK now.
Yeah.
It's glamorized.
You're the poster boy of it, and because your videos look so fucking good, I know if I had an urge to do that, like you said with the documentary, it's going to be your video and not a documentary that is more likely to make a kid go and do something like that. Would you say don't do that to them?
Oh no, 100%. Like I can't tell another person what to. I can't tell another kid not to do something. But at the end of the day, it's not like I'm just a random kid who's come off the street, got a camera, and then gone up some rooftops. Like I've been training in this since I was 9 years old. Like I've spent countless weeks, countless days training, like all day out with my friends, learning how to use my body, knowing my.
In less risky situations. You didn't just go to the top of a fucking roof first time out.
That's the thing as well. If I can do it at 10 foot up, why can't I do it at 100 foot up? And like that's another thing as well. Once you're over like 20 meters and you fall from, you're dead realistically.
But it's what you're saying. It would be better to practice safely.
Stay safe. Start slow. Stay low. Know what you're doing. Don't be an idiot. Have common sense. Practice. Go to gyms. Go to sessions. Learn. And just be safe. Don't be an idiot. Just use your common sense.
I can't believe you bullied him into saying that.
No, but I'm just worried.
No, I appreciate
I'm looking out for Harry because I know
you've got an agenda. I just don't like it.
I just like to look after YouTubers.
It's a liberal agenda. I don't like you
it's
pushing
not that.
it on
It's
this podcast.
because anything happens. And this is a fact, mate. If there is a fan of yours out there who is 14 and does go up a fucking building and does have an accident, you are in for a shitstorm, mate. And I mean this.
I get
rightly or wrongly.
Not in my opinion. Is it right? But it's like when we had fucking Dapper Laughs on.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't take much for the media to get an agenda, and if a kid dies,
of course, man.
they will definitely, because YouTubers, we're scum to these fucking lot.
Breaks now.
That I can have an example of this. This kid, Nye Newman, he was part of a freerunning team called the Brewmans. I'm friends with them. I never actually met Nye, but he was out in Paris and he was trying to get a photo on a train, and he put his head out the train, got hit by a thing, and he died. And he was like 17 at the time. So it's like, and then from that, just because he was a freerunner, every article from the Canary Wharf video, every article about that mentioned his name, and it's like, no matter what, like he wasn't even free running at the time, and like why would you even mention him?
He wasn't free running. He's a thrill seeker.
Yeah, because he was a thrill seeker, a free runner. They're going to link it, and that's just what they'll
do whatever they want. So, for example, if there is, I don't know, a 12-year-old who like really looks up to you, which there are, and they'll have your T-shirt. If anything should happen to them, it won't take a lot for you to get the fucking blame.
Yeah, no, I think look.
So I think it might be wise for you to sort of try and tell people a bit more to not do that and not copy what you do.
Yeah, no, I completely understand that, and I really see I can't shy away from it. I have to take responsibility, and that is my responsibility to educate anyone that does want to do this kind of stuff. That stay safe, don't be an idiot about it. Start slow and do it properly. Use common sense, realistically.
And if you are going to climb the Sidemen building, ask them first. All right.
I love that.
Don't climb up the
fact that you put Sidemen in the title. Boom! The views came in. Get in, son.
But they're probably watching that video going, "That's my bedroom."
No. That was the plan actually, to go up past their rooms, but I couldn't do it on that side because of the workers. But
legend, mate.
Sad.
Have you got a dream climb? Someone's asking.
Shard. You can't really climb the Shard, can you? Well,
my friend, some guys I know tried to do the Shard the other day, and the security came and said, "Are you Night Scape?"
Really?
Yeah. So,
Brilliant.
That's when you know you've made it.
So,
because these security lads are like, "You're not getting me sucked, you fucking cunt."
Yeah, exactly.
There's one screen here with your YouTube on, and there's the security channel. They're going,
looking at my story, trying to see where I am. Yeah.
I don't know. He's in London. No, he's in Dubai. Fine. Okay,
it's all good. No, I don't know. Like dream climb. Canary Wharf was one of my dream climbs because that was like that was one of the things that we never even considered it because it was like just ridiculous. We never even thought, it might be possible. It might be something that we could do. And then
that view that you got, man, I was like.
They also have their own laws there and stuff, though, don't they? It's pretty fucked up, Canary Wharf. It's a really
so
fucked up
do you know
place.
what? Before you got a real hate.
I reckon there are. I have no doubt.
They got an agenda.
Below all those buildings, there are sex dungeons.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Like paedophile ring.
No, I'm not even joking.
Yeah, no, they actually probably are. But I think before we actually did the climb, I was filming outside the station, just like the intro to the video, and police came over and they said to us like,
"Are you Night Scape?"
Yeah, no. But luckily they didn't know, but they said like you can't film here, you got to move on and all that stuff. And then we went and went up. The building.
Can you just also, after you told the kids before, can you also tell the kids stay away from Canary Wharf?
Stay away from Canary Wharf. Trust me. Yeah. Especially now, especially after the other day, like now the terrorist alert is going to be on like.
Oh god.
Yeah, it just sounds serious or whatever it is. But do you ever worry that you're going to go into a building, you're going to be sort of, going through the back bits and suddenly you do sort of roll in some sort of Illuminati sex ring?
That would be the best vlog ever. That would be so good, man.
Oh my god, they've
they might try and target me and then... Yeah, no,
because then once they've seen you,
have you ever seen Eyes Wide Shut? Because I'm just imagining that now. Like he's in there, he's stumbling.
And then I just stumble across.
There's Tom Cruise.
A sacrificial ceremony. That'd be cool. That'd be a sick vlog. But I shoot wide angle, so I'd need like a 50mm to like.
Yeah, exactly.
He's already
get in.
Thinking. Most severe injury you've had?
I broke my wrist.
How?
God, that's it.
Yeah, I think that's my worst injury actually.
Fuck me, mate.
I was doing a flip off a bar and I over-rotated, landed on my wrist.
Yeah.
If you fall backwards, bring your arms in because it's not worth putting your hands down. You'll break your wrist.
It's better to land on your head.
It's better to roll onto your head, really, because like if you put your hands, it's natural instinct to put your hands back, and then that's what I did and broke my wrist, man.
Last question on Twitter. What is the best view you've ever seen?
The best view I've ever seen. Dubai, probably. Yeah. Dubai was like...
What picked Canary Wharf about Dubai? What was it?
Wait, what do you mean? As in...
Like what made what made Dubai better than Canary Wharf? Because Canary Wharf was unbelievable.
The thing about London is I've been up like so many buildings in London that I'm so used to the London skyline now. And then when I went to Dubai, think about it, the tallest building in London is the Shard, which is 70 floors. In Dubai, a standard building is 70 floors.
Right.
So it's like
better view.
I came back from Dubai and I was looking at a Shard. I was like, "What?"
He's climbing up buildings, going, "Oh, this is a fucking hell." Only going up 60 floors
60
now.
floors, like, yeah.
Fuck's sake.
But Dubai, like they just take the piss, man, with their buildings, with everything. Like everything they do is just completely outrageous, and it's amazing. I love it there, man.
Well, speaking of outrageous, let's answer some fucking emails. I don't know if you've seen this before. People give us their problems.
Okay.
And we solve
We try and give them advice.
Yeah, we give a bit of love and back.
I'm down for this.
You like to live close to the edge? Sure.
Yeah, cool.
First one's called "What the fuck is going on?" So this girl, I'm not going to say their name. What are you going to name this person?
Should we give him a random name?
Yeah.
Alyssa.
It's a boy.
Oh, it's a boy?
Yeah.
Xavier.
Good.
That's a good name.
So this girl, who I still have some feelings for, broke my heart in October. After we was dating together for about 4 months. She's single now and talks to me all the time and literally texted me for like an hour last night just to mess with me. Does she like me again, or am I just really dumb? Love the podcast, guys. Keep it up. Thanks.
Wait, so let's
Xavier.
backtrack. So
They were going out for 4 months and then they
4
broke up
months.
in October. Since then, they've been texting, and then last night she texted him for literally an hour.
literally an hour. That's
Literally,
specific. Okay.
1 hour. 1 hour.
I'm not convinced by her personally.
Nah.
No.
What are you
Maybe
not convinced
she
by?
was just a bit horny.
Horny.
She was just a bit
Very
bored.
often that's the
Flicking the
case.
bean
That
in
was the
it.
case. The "you up" text. You still awake?
Yeah.
I think
Been there, done that.
don't get fooled by it, man.
So what do you say? But he says he still loves her. He says he still has feelings for her. Hatred.
Don't get sucked in, mate.
It's not worth it, man.
You say move on.
I'd say move on. Try and there's plenty of fish in
Yeah,
this.
he literally sees for miles, so he knows for a fact how
There's
many
a
women
lot.
there
You can
are.
see all those people getting those texts. You up, you up, you up.
Yeah, next time take the
lights
binoculars
turn
up
on.
with you, mate, because
Yeah.
I know for a fact you can see into a lot of buildings from up there.
Yeah,
Or maybe he
I try
already
not-
has.
Maybe. No, I'm joking. To be fair, I have seen one time.
Oh, yeah.
I saw like some businessmen and women
Oh right, okay.
in a skyscraper in his office getting it on.
Really?
Yeah, it was cool.
What a
How,
group
how
of them.
many people?
It was just a guy and like it's just a
Oh, okay.
like a businessman and whoever he was with.
His secretary.
just in a skyscraper like
Probably.
opposite.
Some blokes
It was
watching
funny.
this now thinking, was that me?
yeah. get out
KSI's
there.
going,
His wife
I saw
believe.
you.
His wife's at home.
Yeah.
Innocent. Next one.
The next one's called the Ultimate 5 List. Hi guys, not necessarily a problem, but would like to know some of these things. What 5 things would you like to do before you die? I thought between us we could make a list of 5 things that we want to do before
That's an
we
interesting one,
Yeah.
especially with him on, because he's done a lot of shit.
Where he
A
almost
lot of
died.
mad shit.
Things before I die.
Things before you die. What do you want to do?
I'm just thinking of
You're
Oh,
thinking of
yeah.
positions, aren't you?
I'm thinking of like epic stuff. I don't know. Things I want to do before I die. Base jump.
Good.
What's
No,
that
I
again?
That's
would like to
one.
do that.
What is
Yeah,
that
yeah.
again?
So it's like skydiving, but off a building. So
Yeah.
Like Grand
Yeah.
Theft Auto 3.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
could do
exactly.
that.
Would you do that wingsuit thing? That wingsuit
San
thing looks
Andreas.
wicked
wingsuit,
sick.
man. That's another one. Definitely.
I'm not sure I've
Okay,
got the balls to do
wingsuit
that.
over base jump, I'd say.
But you can't you base jump into wingsuit into like
Base is
land?
off buildings, so like I mean, well, yeah, I guess you can,
Yeah.
but like wingsuit is more like up in the mountains,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
because they say it's literally the closest a human can get to flying, so
Yeah.
it's like every 2 foot you go down 1
Yeah.
or something like that. So it's like
I want to go to Vegas. Or New York, maybe some like to watch a UFC.
Yeah.
But I want to have like a mad weekend or a few days, and I want to spend most of it off me nut. And I also want
state what happens in Vegas?
I want to like vlog the whole thing.
Yes.
But I want people to realize like I want to be
Like
do you
in
know-
Dortmund.
a bit like The Hangover, like
Yeah.
the movie, but worse. And I want to get so fucked up, but it's real.
would it be real, like
Yeah, yeah.
real drugs?
No,
real,
like real everything. I'm
Yeah,
going to be
yeah,
off my
yeah.
nut, mate, right?
That'd
And
be
I
good.
want people to just be like, no way. Like, I'm never ever getting him a sponsorship deal or anything.
Just ruin every
I want to ruin my whole career.
Cocaine fueled sex
but in the eyes of the lads watching, I want to be a hero to them.
Yeah.
You will be.
You'd be infamous for it.
No, I'm happy to be that guy. Like, that's who I am. So let's go with it. Do you know what I mean?
It's real.
But I want you to come with us, Laurence, to be the half sober one who I'm like trying to get to do all the stuff I'm doing, but you can still hold the camera enough. Just enough.
We shouldn't be
just to see how fucked up I get.
I don't think it's a good idea to hold that grenade. No, it definitely is.
I really want to get
as long as I don't let go.
Fucked up.
Yeah, that'd be good. I'd watch that for sure.
No, yeah, definitely.
Well, that's an ultimate.
Okay,
5.
so how many things is that?
We got 3.
Is that 3? So
3.
we got 2 more.
What else have you got?
What's one with you? You haven't said one yet.
That's a good question.
Well, you said,
I mean, but I would like to do that wingsuit thing. That wingsuit thing is
sick, man.
It looks amazing.
You'll not get me jumping out of planes or any of that shit, lads. I've got to say, I don't. For charity or anything, I'm not doing it for nothing.
For charity would be good.
Go to space.
Going to space is a good one. Yeah.
Or at least experience zero gravity.
Have you seen that jump that guy did? I think it was for Red Bull or somewhere.
At the stratosphere. Yeah.
It's not like a niche thing.
It's
the whole world watched that.
I'm pretty sure.
Well, whatever.
There's a meme of it, isn't it? When it jumps out.
Whatever.
I've spent a week in meetings with people who call memes memes.
Oh.
Have you? Is that the
Or
BBC?
GIFs.
I can't say, but they go, yeah, can we get a mem?
Oh.
And what? Let's get the mem. Let's all do that.
Do people actually say that?
And originally, what I thought was they wanted me to send a memo out.
Yeah.
So it's like,
mem?
we'll do the mem. Okay, great. Well, I'll write the mem now.
Don't get an agenda.
Yeah. What else would you? I'd like to. You know what I really want to do? I want to go to like the Wild West and live as a cowboy for a little while.
Fair.
He's always said that. He's really
you got to think about cowboys.
Live as a cowboy.
Ever since Westworld.
Since Westworld.
I'd like to
Not since
film.
Brokeback Mountain.
I'd like to make an actual film, like a feature film.
You and I should team up.
Yeah, I'm
He's
down.
a director.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Totally
We can do that.
into that. Yeah.
Hit me up.
Imagine making a film about climbing.
We've got
Yeah.
plans for that.
Yeah.
But they're in.
I wouldn't mind
Have
making
we?
a documentary. I'd like to make a documentary about deep sea diving and like actually show what the real side of it is.
Yeah, that's cool actually.
And a lot of that will actually be quite similar to the Vegas idea. So combine it.
Combine it.
You know what I mean?
I'm going deep sea diving in Vegas.
Except everyone's
Deep sea
really
drugs.
fucked up, but they're at work. So that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be good.
All right, next email.
The next one's just called Sex. Give this man a name.
James
James is good.
Standard.
Geordie Laurence and guest, I have a big problem. Coming all the way from Oxford. I'm 16 and there's a girl I've been in love with. Yes, I'm 16 and I say that. 16. Or at least I've liked her loads. Oh.
Liked her loads.
For the past few years. She's recently come out of a year-long relationship and we've started talking. She knows I like her and she asked for sex with me. How did that conversation go?
She asked for sex.
I'm sorry, can I have sex with you?
Excuse me. Yeah.
She asked for sex with me. She asked me if I liked her, and I said no.
For fuck's sake.
And she said good, because I don't want to complicate things. I'm not a virgin. Wow. But I'm afraid I'll get attached if we do fuck. What do I do? It's about the
If a woman asks for sex with you,
and you're sort of going,
in my experience, I've never had a woman who's asked to fuck me and then being bad in bed.
Right.
The ones who crave it are usually wild. They're usually the good ones.
She said, she
wanted to have sex with him.
She said she wanted to have sex with him, and then she asked if he likes her, and he said no, and she said good.
To throw him off the scent, because she wanted it non-complicated. She just wanted sex.
Just wants sex.
This guy's not got a problem. This guy just has a great situation.
He's got the answer.
I don't think
that's not the question. That's the answer.
That's
mate.
the answer.
She wants no strings sex.
But he wants strings. She doesn't want strings, which is a very rare situation.
If they fuck, it's
really
probably going to end up that there's going to be. So if you're prepared for what's coming, mate, go for it, I would say. But he has to accept that there's likely going to be feelings after a few weeks.
Yeah, I think friends with benefits is a very complicated thing. So I think
the girl usually gets hurt in my experience.
Yeah, usually. But this seems like the opposite way around.
Yeah.
So it's, I don't know, man. You're in uncharted territory.
Yeah.
Even for him. Because he's
You're on the side of a man-made mountain looking down at the Millennium Falcon. Yeah. You're thinking, do I want to go inside that Millennium Falcon? And that Millennium Falcon's just gone, do you want to go inside me?
Go inside.
We'll leave that there.
Go inside the Falcon.
Great.
But I've got
Great answers though.
I've got one last question for you, mate.
Cool.
The one I like to ask everyone.
Go.
How do you want to be remembered?
As a nice person, someone who inspires people to live their life to their maximum potential, and just someone who can show people that they don't have to live by what society tells them to do, and they can follow their dreams.
Good lad, mate. It's been an absolute pleasure, mate.
Thanks
you
for
coming
having me.
on.
I've been good.
Appreciate it.
Thank you very much, man. Really nice to meet
I hope
you.
you've enjoyed it, everyone. Make sure
Thanks
if you
for watching.
have, you hit the fucking like button.
Like,
This lad's
subscribe,
channel
comment.
will be in the description below. You can check out all the mad shit he does because it is unbelievable. And if you enjoyed this, make sure you subscribe to this channel. Thanks for watching.
Peace.
See you later.